Hi guys, my name is Dede. Welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, it's lovely to have you. But if you're old, hey boo, it's nice to have you back. In today's recipe, I'm going to teach you guys how to make my favorite Christmas chips. I love these chips so much. They are savory and delicious. So if you're interested in this recipe, hang out with me and let's get started. We're starting first with our dry ingredients. So I have some flour in my mixing bowl. To that, I've added some salt and baking powder. I'm going to give this a very good mix, and after that I'll be adding some butter. I'm using unsalted butter, okay? If you want to use salted butter, or that is all you have, or if you're using margarine contains salt, so you may want to omit the salt or add very little salt, like a pinch or so. Okay, so we're going to mix this up until we get a sandy texture, just like so. So now that we are done mixing that, we're going to be adding some onions, and these onions are going to give our chips some flavor. I'm also adding some water. I'm not just adding the water, I have the right quantities for this recipe. So please check in the description box below and get the right quantities, okay? You do not want to add too much of something and too little of something. The recipe there, or the ingredients, are just perfect to achieve the best chips that you want. Okay, so I've been adding my water gradually, and I'm trying to form a fine dough just like this one. Okay, so it's not too wet. This dough is not too wet. It is just so fine and it's not sticky at all. So we're going to divide this into 3 so that it's easy for us to roll. Now on a clean work surface, I'm going to sprinkle some flour. Okay, make sure that the flour spreads all over the work surface, because this dough, we're going to be rolling it out to be very thin. So after that, we place our dough on the work surface, and then we still apply some flour on top of the dough and on over our rolling pin. I'm going to be rolling this dough to get so thin, like paper thin, because these chips, we do not eat it thick. I mean, I don't know how you're going to eat like thick chips. No, we're not having cookies here. They are chips, so they've got to be really thin that you can enjoy it so much. Like, everybody can enjoy this recipe. Children, adults, grandmoms, grandpaps, like everybody is going to love this so much, trust me. Now let me tell you the history of this chip. So usually we have it during Christmas amongst other savory chips, and then it is served with some peanuts, some roasted and coated peanuts, which I'll be sharing the recipe with you very soon. And when we have visitors, or we go to our cousins or uncles' houses, they would serve us this with some other chips and the peanuts, like I said, with some Coke or Fanta, and I don't know, it just hits so good, and it makes you feel like, yes, there's a celebration. So everybody loved it when we were children, but lately we don't see it around so much. So yes, since I have the recipe, why not share it with you guys so that you can make some at home and surprise your moms and your grandmoms and grandpas. They're going to be so excited to have this. Okay, now that we are done rolling the dough, I've sprinkled some flour into a plate or a tray, and I'm trying to tear and place the dough on there. So this recipe is a tear and place something. Okay, you just tear the dough. You don't cut it in a very like formal style or something. No, you just tear it. Okay, tear it apart, like just split it and then put it in your oil and fry. But I do not like to fry or tear mine over the oil, so I like to tear everything and place it on the tray, then I start frying. So what I like to do is, when I tear a layer of the dough onto the tray, I sprinkle some more flour before I add on, so that I do not have my dough sticking to each other. So you can see I have some flour over there. I'm still going to tear this and place, and very soon you're going to be frying our chips. I hope you're liking this recipe so far. Kindly give me a thumbs up, and please share this video so that other people can see as well. At this point, I'm preheating some oil, and then I'm going to be testing the oil to see if it's hot enough. Now when it's hot enough, you see that the dough that I just placed in will just rise to the top. That means that it is hot enough. Now I can start placing all of my dough in there. I'm going to be frying them in batches, because everything is not going to fit in there, and you do not want to overcrowd too much, just so that it will have enough chance and enough space to fry really well. Now you have to be careful, because the moment these chips start browning, they are burnt. nonetheless, they're not supposed to be white like raw dough. No, we're going to fry these and then let them get some crisp to it. So I'm frying on medium heat. If you fry on low heat, your dough is going to soak up some oil and it's going to get soggy. We don't want that, okay? And if you fry on high heat, it's going to burn so fast. So medium high is probably preferable, okay? So just check your stove and then see what works for you. Or you can fry it a little bit at the beginning and then see how best it came out. Then subsequently you know exactly how to go about it. Now the moment you place all your dough on it and then the rice at the top, just turn it simultaneously. Just keep turning it and turning it until they are all fried, and then just keep looking out, because the ones that you placed earlier are definitely going to fry faster, and then you want to take them out before they start burning. Another reason why I also like to prep all of my dough before frying them is that it gives me good enough time to just stand by my oil and then or by my frying pan and then just watch my chips really well. Because when you move away before you come, guys, they are burning, okay? So you don't want to take your eyes off them. Now this is looking good, this is looking perfect, and when you lay them on your tray, your paper lined or tissue lined tray, is even going to soak out more of the oil and it's going to get crispier as air blows over it, okay? So now we're done with that. We're going to do our second batch. It's ideal for you to take out excesses from the oil before you start frying, but these chips, they won't shy you, so like just go ahead and free range, okay? Let me know in the comment section below if you've tried these chips before. If you have, let me know, how was it? Like, do you like it? And then if you haven't tried it before, let me know if you're going to try it. Trust me, you're going to love it. Trust me, you will really, really like it. So you want to give this a try. And as we are frying, like, are you sort of planning what you're going to be having with this? Is it some chilled Malta Guinness, some chilled Coke, Fanta, Sprite, or whatever? I'll be showing you guys soon what I'll be having with this. One thing I like about these chips is that they fry so quickly. So even if you're making a big batch for Christmas to share to your neighbors and all that, you're going to be able to fry them super quickly, and then you won't be too tired at all. It's not going to wear you out at all. And one thing about fried food is that when you take it out of the oil and you place them down and air passes over it, it gets a little more browner. That is why we do not want it to get too brown in the pot. All too soon, we are done frying our chips, and look at how amazing this looks. I hope you give this recipe a try. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Now let's just take a minute to appreciate how crunchy this chips sounds, or it is, okay? And how about when you're eating it, you better girl. I'll be having mine with some delicious sobolo, which I have on this channel, so check it out and enjoy. See you next time for a new recipe. Bye.